Howdy folks, welcome back to War Thunder with the mighty Jingles, and my love-hate relationship with Gaijin continues. This is the latest realistic battle event failure from War Thunder. This is the Battle of Khalkhin Gol, in which Japanese 7.7mm armed machine gun biplanes are expected to go up against a Russian side that can include bombers. How do you think this one's going to pan out? Oh look, someone's flying a bomber, and so someone else. Gee, I wonder if the entire Russian team are flying SB-2M bombers. Because they can, and it's an instant win if they do. That was a rhetorical question, by the way, because the entire Russian team are flying bombers. Because they can, and it's an instant win if they do. Well, so much for that idea. Let's try some tanks. Okay, that explains why none of my shots were even hitting the target, let alone penetrating. It looks like we're not trying some tanks after all. And there's nothing wrong with the connection at my end. War Thunder, I love you dearly, but you test my patience. Now, don't worry, there is actually going to be a happy ending to this video, but it's going to get substantially worse before it gets any better. Sometime later, when they fed the hamsters that power their servers, I give it another go. But my flak panzer doesn't want to move. You can quite clearly see that it is responding to keyboard commands, except it's not going anywhere. Maybe it's just a bug with a flak panzer. So I abandon the flak panzer and jump into an Aufklärungspanzer. Nope. This thing doesn't want to move either. I eventually figure out what's going on. I'm playing arcade battles, but the game wants me to use simulator controls. I eventually figure out that I suddenly have to start doing manual gear changes and individually controlling the differentials on both of the tracks in an arcade battle. I didn't find any mention of this in the patch notes. What's actually happened here is that the game has, for reasons known only to itself, suddenly decided that I'm not going to be playing with mouse aim. I'm going to be playing with full simulator battle control configuration in arcade battles when nobody else is. You can imagine how well that worked out for me. Well, actually not quite as disastrously as you might have at first believed. It was pretty terrible. Look at that. That's me using simulator battle controls in an arcade battle when nobody else is. My team was so bad that I finished third. Oh man. Well, I eventually figured out what exactly it was that War Thunder was doing and fixed it. Went back and selected mouse aim controls for arcade battles. And suddenly things started to look up. Oh, War Thunder, you so silly. So eventually I get into an arcade battle with the control systems working as advertised. Jump into the Panzer IV with the short-barreled 75mm gun, and as if by way of compensation for the shitty way the game had been treating me up to this point, it doesn't give me a good kicking with the matchmaker as well, and I end up right at the top of the matchmaking list. Let the carnage commence. There's already a guy in a T-26 on the enemy team who's just thrown a hissy fit with the matchmaker and abandoned the match, so one less enemy tank to worry about. The thing about the Panzer IV when you are top tier is that you can generally one-shot kill just about everything that you encounter on the enemy team. T-28s can be a problem. With that short-barreled 76mm gun that they use, they can one-shot kill you as well. So it usually comes down to who gets the first shot off. At this stage I just want to have fun. I've had such a ball ache trying to play War Thunder that I just want to kill stuff. I don't want to do anything complicated. Now, I spawned on the south, and the guys that have spawned on the north have headed straight for the single capture point on this version of the map. So my job down here on the southern end of the map initially is going to be making sure they don't get outflanked. Now, I don't have line of fire on that T-26, so I'm going to push up and try to dominate the middle ground here. And here comes my first customer. It's the premium Africa Core version of the Panzer II. Om nom 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 nom. And yeah, you really, really miscalculated the amount your tank was going to drift there with the arcade physics, didn't you? And you finish him off quick because he has brought friends. And oh no, it's another Panzer II. And this guy's actually damaged me. He's injured my gunner, he's damaged my cannon breech. I'm not going to stand for that. And he's trying to circle me, but he drives onto a patch of rough ground, and that kind of slows him down. And kill number 2. Oh my god, another one. It's a T26, but this one's AI. So, yeah. They're pretty dumb. 2 shots is all it takes for him. Absolutely no reason to be using any of that fancy armour-piercing composite rigid ammunition with this 75mm gun at those kind of ranges. In fact, the only ammunition that I have loaded is armour-piercing capped and high explosive. More than good enough with this gun in this kind of matchmaking. Oh, more targets up. They're only AI, but hey, kills are kills. Oh, he's not gone yet. More T26s. Bingo, there we go. 4 kills. And there's another one. And there we go. Ground kill streak times 5. Right, so not bad. 5 kills, 3 of them AI, 2 of them players. And we do control the cap. And by golly, there's another one. There's thousands of the little buggers. Right, there's another AI BT7 up there. The Panzer II seem to be having problems killing him, so alright, fine. Shotgun! And there's a Panzer II over here who looks like he's in trouble. He's shooting at something and somebody's calling in an artillery strike on him. So I'm going to pop down here and back him up, because it's nice to be the big gun. Well, it looks like he made it out from underneath the artillery strike, and he's opening fire on something. No idea what. Can't see anything on the map. And I was going to pop up to the high ground and take a look, and then this Panzer IIc pops up. Now, 530, 540 metres away, short-barreled 75mm gun, and he's moving. Didn't really have much of a chance of hitting him, but I took a pop anyway. Give it enough lead, and you never know, miracles happen. I start closing the distance, and then he gets taken out by a friendly T26. Now, the direction we're heading is basically going to drive a wedge right between the 2 enemy spawn points. And my idea here is to get myself in a position where I can basically stop them dead as they come out of both spawns, trying to push across the middle of the map to reset the cap. And I have all of my little T26 and Panzer II friends with me, and, you know, everybody loves an easy kill, so they're liable to shoot at these guys before they shoot at me, and it generally only takes me 1 shot to kill them. But then a nice big fat juicy player target pops up, and it's been a couple of minutes since I killed a player, so we're going to chase him down instead. And I can see them moving around from the north and start to think that there's nobody coming through the middle. Then I hear the tank behind me takes a hit, and oh, hello little friend. It's a T26, and it's not AI. And it's dead. Ground win streak times 8. Yeah. Oh, Jingles. 8 kills in an arcade battle is nothing. Screw you, Fun Vampire. Go and suck the joy out of something else. What do you use against Fun Vampires anyway? I doubt holy water and crosses have much effect. Let me know in the comments. Well, while I've been having fun, slaughtering everything in the middle of the map, the enemy team have decided they've had enough of that and they've counterattacked around to the north, and they have actually forced our brave Panzer IIs and T26s out of the cap. So myself and all of my little friends are rushing north, well, strictly speaking, we're rushing west, head over to the cap and lay the smack down on those cheeky little buggers on the enemy team who just refuse to treat our flag with the respect that it deserves. I didn't really like the Panzer IV-C when I first started playing War Thunder Ground Forces, but it's really growing on me. It's quick. It's got a real shotgun of a 75mm gun that's more than good enough for dealing with tanks like T-28s, T-26s, Panzer IIs, early versions of the Panzer III, and other Panzer IVs. You can have problems against things like Stug 3As from the front, but you've got a turret, they don't. Don't attack them from the front. Use that mobility. Get around the sides and rear. And this is pretty much all over by the shouting. Hey, he scored a hit and didn't kill him. What the hell? I demand a refund. Oh well, it's an assist. And, oh, there's one left. Come on, come on, come on. I fire, and he dies as my shot's in the air. Damn you, Panzer IIs. Stop being good. Oh, and check that out. Look at that. See that burning wreck moving there? He must have been ammo-racked when he was moving at full speed. That was impressive. Now, the Panzer IV-C is quick, but I'm never going to win a race with a bunch of Panzer IIs to get the last couple of kills. And this is pretty much my contribution to this game over. But it was really, really nice after the series of disasters that had befallen me while just trying to play a game of War Thunder, that I ended up with a fun match like this. It was exactly what I needed to revitalise my interest in the game. I have to admit, when War Thunder is good, it is really, really good. And surprisingly fast-paced for something that is, you know, more realistic, even in arcade mode, than a game like World of Tanks. Although, it depends what tanks you're driving. Everything's pretty fast-paced down at the lower levels. So, that wasn't my first win of the day as the Germans. One of the games that I was forced to abandon due to a bad network connection was my first win of the day as the Germans. But that was a fun match. And I thought that I had done much better than I actually did. Check this out. 8 kills. Whole bunch of awards. Anti-mech award. Yeah, all sorts of stuff. And finished... nowhere near the top of the list. This cannot stand. I demand another go. Now, as it happens, War Thunder were running a sort of mini event. They called them T28 versus Panzer F1 Duels. Drive either one of those tanks and earn a certain number of kills to get bonus research points and up to 200,000 lines. So, having already got my first win of the day as the Germans, I decided, you know what, I very rarely play the T28, and that's probably because of the tank's atrocious reputation in World of Tanks. Again, I probably play far too much World of Tanks to not be unbiased when I'm playing War Thunder. And the T28's not bad in War Thunder. It's pretty quick, and like the Panzer IV-C, it's got a powerful, if low velocity, gun. The 76mm gun in the case of the T28. So while I'm not particularly interested in completing the special event mission by driving the T28 and getting however many kills you had to get in it, I thought, well, it's as good an excuse as any to have a go at driving this tank. My first victim, and I have completely wrecked him with the first shot, is a Panzer IIIF. Second shot also hits, doesn't do any critical damage, and he's scrambling to get out of the way, turns the tank to the side, lead the shot straight in the side, and utterly wreck him. Good start, but that was an artillery ranging shot, and I stick around for a little bit longer than I probably should to take a pop at a tank that just disappeared, and this is when I discovered that the reverse speed of the T28 is not particularly good, but I do make it out of there before the artillery barrage hits. The guy on the enemy team in an Panzer 38T called in that artillery strike and nailed one AI T28 with it. So, change position. Oh, there's a target. Oh, that's the guy who called in the arty strike. Can I get him from here? He's already blown his artillery strike, and I'm counting on him not being able to hurt me with his 20mm autocannon, but he's not alone. That's a Panzer IV F1, and I know a Panzer IV F1 isn't going to have problems killing a T28, so he hit me once and I got away with it. Oh, and I hang around and drop an artillery strike on him and he hits me again, and that one did some damage. So that was a bit silly. Taking fire from a Panzer IV F1, and I stuck around a lot longer than I should have. But I managed to get below the line of fire, so I'm safe for now. Doesn't look like I've hit anything with the artillery strike. but it may at least serve to keep their heads down. Now this is something new. Because I haven't really been playing War Thunder that often lately, I keep seeing all these new things happening every time I come back to the game. Even in the absence of a major patch, they keep throwing in all these little mini patches, and what's happened here is there's a random bonus objective has just popped up. The enemy team have just been reinforced by a whole bunch of AI tanks. You can see them up there in the northeastern corner of the map. And an instant objective has just popped up for us to hunt down and kill all of the reinforcements. Well, that's all well and good, but there's some players here that need killing first. Like that T-28 there. Hit him twice and he's not down. He must have a wounded gunner, or he would be firing back at me. Bingo, got him. Now, we've got 2 flags. And we're decapping the 3rd, so this is good. Don't really need to go anywhere quickly. Instead, I know that there were tanks over there. I'm going to use these rocks as cover. And, oh, there's one. Hit him. It's probably AI. I don't see a name over it. Hit him again. Come on, die, will you? Somebody knows I'm here, but they're not hitting me. There we go, got him. And it was AI, but, oh, there's a player. And he's made it behind the rocks. Oh, I can see a bit of him. No, he's dodged it. Now, there's a player that I can hit. Side of the tank? Yes, please. They will learn. The easy way or the hard way. But they will learn. And what's that? Oh, it's an AA gun. Well, kill's a kill. No tanks to shoot at. Yet. Oh, wait, there we go. Oh, it's him again. He's popped out from behind the rock. Sucker! There was another one there, though. We've got tanks going in and engaging them. Oh, it looks like they've killed them. Right. Oh, look at me. You stick me in a fast tank, and what do? I can't be on a rock with it. I'm such a camper. Right. Well, it looks like we've got tanks going in over there. And there's a Panzer 2F. Are they going to get him before I can... Yeah, they killed him. BT7 made short work of him over there. I keep trying to turn around and shoot at something else, but and then there's another one. Yay! Oh, well, it was an assist. You see, this is what I'm like. And I have this problem in World of Tanks as well. I'll look at the map and I'll think, yep, those guys over there have got that sorted. And I'll turn around and start heading somewhere else. And then suddenly something else will pop up in the first direction I was aiming. And I'll think, oh, I can get him. And I can get him. And then I can't. And I end up far too late to head the way that I should have been going in the first bloody place. Because I keep getting distracted by bright, shiny tanks. But I finally stopped being distracted by targets that keep popping up and getting slaughtered instantly by tanks that are far, far closer to them than I am. And pop around this side. And oh look, a nice big fat juicy stug. And there's an AI T-26 with him as well. Or possibly it's a Panzer II, I'm not entirely sure. And how about this for a final shot of the game? I hit him. He starts panicking. Turns around. I plant one into his ammo rack. And the ammo rack explosion kills the player beside him. Final blow. Double kill. Hooah! Who's your daddy, bitch? If you're going to end the match, end it in style. Finally got my mojo back. War Thunder Ground Forces, despite Gaijin's best efforts to cock-block me at every step when I even tried to do as much as start playing a game, dodgy network connections, tossing me into unwinnable matches. It's worth persevering. When this game is good, it's really, really good. No idea what's going on with the scoring system here, by the way. Finished third, despite getting as many player kills as the two guys above me combined and not losing a single tank, but it doesn't really matter. It's just numbers. The important thing is that I had fun, and hopefully you guys did too, watching my trials and tribulations, trying to actually get a game of War Thunder played over the course of the last couple of days. As always, folks, watch your six. Take care on that battlefield, and I'll catch you next time.